Hello, hello, hello. We are back again. It's been a while. It's been a while, Bell, since we've done one of these. How are you doing, fella?
Has been.
I get myself
I'm good.
a
How are you?
I'm doing okay. A little bit parched, you know. Gotta get the juices flowing.
Got to keep yourself hydrated, Jabba.
So we do a quick little discussion about Game Week 4.
Mhm.
So that was shit, and I feel like we can move on from there. Game Week 4 was a bit of a meh. How did you find it?
Uh, it was okay.
Mm.
Liverpool defence was a shaft. City blank was also a
Yeah.
shaft.
City
But
Bank was definitely a shit.
reasonable. Got above average, so I'm not going to complain.
I did not, but you know,
Um,
2 weeks in a row, standing procedure.
to
That is
be fair, 20,
the way they
20
are.
points on my bench is a bit,
Who was it?
you know.
Basuma and Romeo. I mean, to be fair, you know, you're never going to play either of them, let's be real. So,
No. It's just the fact 20 points from what 9 mil worth of player.
yeah, that's true.
It's quite decent.
That is very
McCarthy with the
decent.
big 9 points was nice.
Talking of,
That was
Brewster now at Sheffield. How do you feel about that?
what was that story?
I said Brewster is now at Sheffield. How do we feel about
He
that?
is.
How
Um,
do we feel about that?
I mean, it's very nice to have a starting 4.5 mil striker now.
Don't know whether he's going to start
Um,
just yet, but he most likely will.
yeah. The only thing that puts me off is Sheffield aren't really scoring at the moment.
No, they're not playing
Um,
too well. A lot of
but
people saying second season syndrome. What do you think about that?
yeah, yeah. But I mean, if he's going to start, he's 2 points off the bench
Yeah,
guaranteed.
it's
So
true.
I'll probably look to get him in. He was also looking very very good
But I mean,
in some
it does
matches
take
with
away a
Liverpool.
striker spot, and this year the strikers seem to be the one who are getting
That
quite a lot of
that's a good
points.
point. Yeah.
So
Um, I think I'm definitely looking to move away from the four at the back, especially.
yeah, I'm going to.
Um,
I'm basically playing three at the back for the whole thing. I've got two 4 mil
mm,
defenders now, just to put all my money up front.
exactly, because it looks at the start like defense would be
Always does,
sort
always
of.
does. Same with last year.
That's true. To be fair, it was looking like defense had a lot of value in it, but then
Yeah, well, with
like no
Sheffield was
no
the
one's
main kind
keeping
of
clean
valued
sheets.
in there. You know, you kind of thought
Yep.
that Sheffield would keep some clean sheets, but they have not kept a single clean sheet. They've not even got a point on the board so far, less than West Brom. I think they were only just above Fulham, just because of pure goal difference. Neither team has a single
Mm.
point on the board just yet.
So just looking at the results last game week, and
Mm-hmm.
there was one, two. There's only 4 clean sheets.
There's four
I mean,
clean sheets.
Fulham, you expect not to really score. So that
Yeah.
that's just an expected
That's the
result.
thing. What do you think about my tactic from now on? Is just purely target the Fulham fixtures. They have made a couple of decent signings. Talking of, let's move to the transfer
They
window.
have. They got
What a
is it
transition that is.
they got
Beautiful.
Ruben Loftus-Cheek from Chelsea.
Hell of a signing that, I think. He was
That's a big
great.
signing.
He was
Yeah.
great at Palace.
Is it signing or a loan? Is it a buy?
Sanya, what? Back row?
No, is it a buy or a loan?
Oh, I don't know. Wait. Who did they get Sanya? From where?
No, Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
Oh, sorry. Loftus-Cheek was a loan, I believe.
Oh, fair.
I don't think they actually outright bought him. If they did, that would have been an incredible piece of business.
Mm.
But I think Loftus-Cheek's a very, very good player. Where he
Yeah.
fits into that team, I don't know.
Mm.
I don't think he's going to be able to do it by himself. I think Mitrovic looks all right, but he's still just a little bit slow on the ball.
Yeah.
He's a target man, and from what I've seen, Loftus-Cheek isn't the kind of he's a kind of ball player. He's not really a player,
Mhm.
gets down the ring and crosses it, which is what
Mhm.
Fulham have been doing pretty much. So I don't know how he kind of fits into that. Maybe if he plays
Yeah.
as like a central kind of cam, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, if it helps Mitrovic, then
Mm.
that's a good thing. But it still doesn't really help Fulham's defence.
No,
So I
that's been
think
the
that's
woeful thing. I
still a
mean,
good
they
team to
looked
target.
a little bit better against Wolves, although Wolves definitely, like Jimenez definitely should have scored. They should have scored at
Mm.
least kind of 2 or 3 in that game. So I think
Yeah.
Fulham, whenever I watch the Fulham games, I'm always I can imagine just being a Fulham supporter, you're just thinking, it's not, whenever, a team's going forward, you're kind of sat there shaking, like, oh, I'm not really
Yeah.
too sure whether we're going to, it's always a bit last ditch, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Whereas other teams, when you're watching them defensively, you're a bit more like, okay, it's going to be a lot harder for this team. They're going to have to do something great in order to break them down.
Yeah.
Talking about solid defences, Liverpool,
What is
7
happening?
goals. I don't know what went on there. Klopp was all smiles after the game, which is probably the better way to be fair.
Yeah.
He'll be.
He quoted that they lost the plot though after the first goal.
Well, they lost the plot in terms of.
Yeah, so he wasn't best pleased with the defending and stuff.
Oh yeah, the defending was horrid the whole game,
Um,
and I mean the line that they play. I don't know because Klopp has to take a little bit of blame for that because the line they were playing with. I mean, surely you just go right. Even after the first half, you just go right. Clearly, what's happening here is the ball's just getting knocked over the top. Sit,
mhm.
I don't know, 10 meters deeper, 5 meters deeper.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're fine. No bother.
Mm.
And that,
Yeah, I like that Liverpool high line. I don't like it in terms of defence, but I do like it in terms of them going forward because they are scoring. They've scored a minimum of 2 in every single one of their games so
oh
far.
yeah, like Salah still looks very very sharp. So if captaincy
He
wise, I've
does.
been ignoring him a little bit, but I think.
Yeah.
He's definitely wants to target. It'll be interesting to see what Pep does over the international break, whether Man City will come back with a bang or not against Arsenal,
You'd think so.
who've not looked too bad themselves. I'm still tempted by De Bruyne because the history against Arsenal that he has is incredible. Scored
Yeah.
3 in the last 2, I think, and assists. So that is going to be a
Mhm.
very hard captain considering how well Everton are playing as well.
That's true.
But defensively, Everton, not looks great. I can't lie.
Well, they kept a clean sheet against Spurs in the first game,
Yeah,
and
but
then have been conceding ever
other
since.
than that, they have not kept a clean sheet.
I mean, they conceded 2 against West Brom.
Exactly, and West Brom have been scoring. They scored 3 against Chelsea, but a Chelsea side that didn't look particularly good at the time.
Mm.
But no, yeah, I think Everton's defences definitely want to target their attackers. Though look very good. I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to
I'm
have
loving the value of Calvert-Lewin.
I wouldn't want to have a double Liverpool defence for the Everton game, to be honest. But watch this be the game that Liverpool actually keep a clean sheet. Just happens. To be
It's
the
an
way
odd
it
one with
is.
Liverpool's defence because even though they aren't keeping clean sheets, Robertson will still outscore most 7 mil midfielders by the end of the season.
Yeah, that's true. Just from like goals and assists because he gets the extra
Yeah,
point for the goal, and then he's more likely to get bonus points. And same with Trent, I guess. And
I
then
guess Liverpool always start off a bit bad at
if they do end up keeping a clean
defence.
sheet, he'll get the points. So I mean, you can expect sort of I don't know 10 to 15 clean sheets for them a season. It's not
Yeah.
unheard of. There was a season they got around 20, wasn't it? But
Oh yeah, there was. And Robert's on
that was a few
corners now
seasons ago.
on the left hand side too, so
Yeah,
more
that's
potential
true.
for
Actually,
assists there.
he's on corner.
Um,
They're rotating corners a little bit.
mm,
But yeah, more potential for assists. That's how I actually got a couple of assists.
yeah.
The Van Dijk
He,
assist as well.
he's. I saw a stat the other day that he's created more big chances than Trent. He's consistently
Yeah,
outperforming Trent in a lot of
he's got a lot of
things.
stats.
It's just the fact that Trent's on free kicks and you can easily just
Yeah, just bang a free
one
kick. That's all
game
it
where you
takes.
just bang a free kick in, grab a clean
It's
sheet,
like
get a
players
couple
that
of
are on
assists.
penalties, like Jamie Vardy being on penalties. Like he scored like
Yeah,
four of them so far, or something ridiculous.
yeah, and he's not even playing that well, really.
So gutting moment for me. Heung-min Son, what is going on there?
What is going on at Spurs in general, to be honest? That team just
Yeah,
looks suddenly quite dangerous.
after the absolute mare they had in the first game, they go and
Mm.
absolutely smacking the goals in, and Bale is on his way back. Could he play after the international break?
Probably.
Probably.
I feel like Spurs want to keep this momentum going now.
Talking of the international break, it gives new transfers. So we have a
It
comment.
does.
We have a comment in here from
Oh, yes.
a Mr. Patel saying, "L
Okay.
thought you getting pizza." That is
What's that?
that's a very constructive comment. Thank you, Mr. Ishan Patel. But very helpful. Very
I'm
helpful.
getting pizza in 15 minutes, Isham.
There
If
you
you'd
go.
like to come.
You heard it here first. Breaking news.
Breaking news on
Ellie's
Jabba
getting
Tea.
pizza in 15 minutes. What kind of pizza? Indulge us.
Oh, I don't know. The Pizza Express ones are still on offer at the moment, so I might
Aye.
treat myself.
Treat yourself to a Pizza
Otherwise,
Express.
it's the Dr. Oetker chicken and herb
Pizza
frozen one
Express
for
and
me.
FPL. What more could you want in life?
Exactly.
What more could you want? So, back to the transfers.
Yes.
How are we feeling about United? Let's feel some of that rage. I don't know why there's too
I
much
mean,
rage, to be fair, but
I'm
you've calmed down a little bit, have you?
It's just, I don't know.
What was frustrating? Yes.
It
Why
was
was?
frustrating in the fact that Solskjaer had a list of 4 players and 4 positions that he needed.
Okay, go. Can you list
He
those
got
players for us?
So he wanted Reguilon left back. He wanted any
The one who
decent
went to
centre back.
Spurs.
Yeah.
Okay.
He wanted a new CDM and he wanted a starting right winger. Um,
Sorry. Breaking news. We have a comment in here from a Mr. Aaron Matharu saying United are fucking shite.
he's not
So,
wrong, to be fair.
what do we think about
What do I think about that?
that?
At the moment, I agree.
And the moment you agree.
You can't like concede 6 against Spurs at home.
Yeah.
Like,
But you
what is
also
happening?
can't concede 7 against Aston Villa. I'll throw that one back to you as.
That's very true. But then Liverpool have just got a better team, and it's
Yeah,
like you just know they're going to smash the next team they play. So it's all a bit.
they probably are.
I mean,
But
it's
will
it's funny they
United?
lost 7-2, but
Yeah.
you
Back
know.
to the transfers anyway. What are you saying?
I was just saying that it was very disappointing. I thought
Very
not
disappointing.
even just not getting Sancho. Like I understand he was an expensive
Mm.
player, but
Okay,
if
so
you know you're not,
let's go through the players that. Oh, sorry. Go on. If you know that.
I was just gonna say like the thing that always baffled me is United were after Sancho since they started negotiations in March.
Yeah.
A deal was agreed around
For
the 5th
how
of
much?
August
How much were they? Because
so that was for 108 million
fucking hell, that's
pounds, I think,
absurd money.
120 million euros.
That's
Um,
ridiculous.
and a deal was done on the 5th of May.
Mhm.
So this was, I mean, the United using it, saying that COVID has sort of affected finances and stuff, but COVID had been around for a good 8 months then,
Good
um,
8 months.
and still went through the deal beginning of August. And Ed Woodward apparently went back into negotiations, um, and basically messed up the whole thing. But
Amazing. So
if at the start of August United realised they couldn't afford Sancho,
yeah.
at that point, if you've got a competent director of football, which United don't have,
Mhm.
you then assess what money you do have, and then you go and find decent right wingers at that price.
Yeah.
You don't just keep waiting and waiting and waiting for Dortmund, who are probably one of the most stubborn teams to deal with in the transfer
Yeah,
window.
they probably are.
You don't wait for them to suddenly.
They get money for their players, definitely.
Yeah, look at Aubameyang. Look at
Pulisic.
yes. United strategy was just absolutely appalling because Dortmund can just sit on Sancho for another season and then charge another team even more next window when he smashes it this season as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's no
Um,
harm because he's still young. He's still got a lot of time left. There's no.
exactly.
He's not going to get any
I mean,
worse. So.
no, this time next year he'll still be 21 next year. I think he's 20 now.
Is he? Oh well,
Um,
yeah.
so you know,
Plenty of
I
time.
thought, yeah, I thought United would do it at the last minute. To be honest, I thought they'd offer
Oh, yeah.
a deal around because Dortmund were always open to add-ons.
Mhm.
Um, I always thought that they would offer, say, 85, 90 mil and then do some add-ons over the next sort of 2, 3 years.
Do some add-ons. Yeah,
Um,
the add-ons
but
was a better way of doing it. Paying over
yeah,
100 mil outright is a bit.
yeah.
You know what I mean.
So it was more the incompetency of the way they went about transfers rather than the sort of lack of Sancho.
Yeah. No,
Uh,
Sancho.
I mean, Cavani's a decent player and he's obviously better than Ighalo as the sort of backup striker. But United were still rinsed with him.
What a
You know,
guy.
no, with Cavani.
How much did they pay for
So,
Cavani?
it was obviously a free transfer,
Yeah.
but they had to pay 15 million euros in agents fees,
In
and he's on
agency
two.
fees.
Yeah, and he's on 200k a week because he was basically being paraded around all
Jeez.
the big teams of Europe for about 3, 4 weeks before United sort of panicked,
Oh really?
saying, "Oh, we actually haven't got any players in
Yeah.
3 months."
I mean, to be fair,
Um,
he's how old is he now? I mean, he'll come
he's
in and do.
33.
I can see him coming in and doing what Ibra did at United.
Yeah, I don't like to draw comparisons with Ibrahimovic, but he's still a good player. He'll still get
Cavani's a
goals.
great player.
If he stays fit, I mean, he was injured so much last season.
He's the kind
Um,
of striker that sort of more more of your kind of like Ibra Van Persie esque
mm,
kind of a player.
mm,
You've not really had that. You've not had an out and out centre forward for a while now.
for a
To
while,
be
no, it's
honest,
true.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Since Ibra, I'd say.
Um,
Well, a decent,
Tellez is
half
a nice
decent one
signing.
anyway. Tellez, very good signing. I do like Tellez.
Yeah, 15 mil, can't complain.
Yeah, 15 mil for, I mean,
Um,
you wanted Reguilon and you got Tellez. I'd say you've potentially come out better.
Potentially, yeah, because Regulion would always have a buyback clause in his deal,
Yeah, not to Real Madrid.
which is basically an expensive loan, really, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
But
Oh, I
still
mean,
no sense back.
I guess
Still no
in that
CDM.
sense, it's a free loan if they do end up buying it back.
That's true.
But
But yeah, no centre back. I mean,
then
Bailly's back
you
now,
got
and
you got
I
you
would
got Donny. Yeah, Donny's decent when he
Donny.
starts.
Yeah, Donny's decent.
When
It's
he
just where he
starts to
fits
play.
into the team at the moment.
Yeah, I don't really see it because he was
Um,
kind of attacking at Ajax. He was more
hmm,
sort of centre mid to pushing Cam, but
yeah,
I don't really know because Bruno's in that Cam spot, the proper Cam spot as
hmm,
it were. And you've got on the wings, he likes playing that kind of 4-3-3, doesn't he? So on the wings you've got Greenwood and
yeah.
Rashford, and then Martial through the middle. Does Martial keep his spot with Cavani coming in,
Um,
or does he?
it
I
allows
don't
more
know. Change the
rotation.
formation, go to a 4-4-2 maybe. But then where does
Yeah, I
Bruno
mean that was
play?
part of the issue with the end of last season. Last season, United played great football, but
Mm.
by the end of the sort of was it 6 games post lockdown,
Yeah,
8 games? The team was knackered because we were just starting the same 11 every single game week.
yeah, exactly.
Um, so
I
it's
saw
nice to have Van
the
der
see
Beek off
through
the bench.
notes.
Nice to have
Absolutely,
Cavani, I
yeah.
guess. But
Good rotation players, I guess. Yeah.
yeah, the
We have
Tottenham game showed
we have a
how
question
much
from
we
Isha
we
Patel.
we still need defenders.
Ella, are you in the house?
Am I in the house?
Yes,
I'm in the house.
you are in the house. There you go. You heard it
I'm
here
in the
first.
house.
What were you saying, Bell?
um, just saying about the lack of centre back still.
Yeah, lack of centre backs. I mean,
Um,
there are plenty there. You've let Chris Smalling go to Roma. He looks like he's been doing pretty well.
he's been
Sold
doing
him
all
there.
right, yeah.
Yeah. What do we
Like
think about
I
Maguire?
said, 85 million. I just can't. I've just never seen any sort of value for money
I
in
mean,
Maguire. I
Soyuncu's
mean,
looking good. Evans is looking good. I mean,
yeah,
Maguire's
exactly.
good on the ball. You got to give him that.
Yeah, he's all right.
He won you
He's
the
not
game.
like a bad player.
He
I'd still
effectively won
start
you
him.
the game against Brighton.
hmm he still makes it into starting 11 easy.
Mm.
And Bailly's back now. I think Bailly's class, especially
I mean,
compared
Bayer
to
will play
Lindelof.
over Lindelof.
I think so. Yeah, he started against Spurs
How do we feel
over
about
Lindelof.
Lindelof? Are we a good player or clown?
Mostly clown, to be
Mostly
honest.
clown.
Yeah,
Lukey
I would have
Shaw.
sold Lindelof and kept Smalling.
Do you think Tellez goes straight into the team
Yeah,
over Lukey Shaw?
I mean, there's talk on sort of United fan channels of United going five at the back with Luke Shaw, basically like a left centre back, and
A left
then
centre back.
giving Tellez
The
sort of free
sort of
roam to
freedom to get forward. Yeah.
get forward. Yeah,
Then what? Who would play right?
so they'd do two up front, so it'd be
What, Cavani and Martial
five
up front then?
5-3-2. Yeah,
And then what?
um,
Would you
so
play Wan-Bissaka
it'd
right wing
be
back or play Rashford or?
yeah. So I can't remember what the formation was. In defence, it was Maguire, Bailly, Shaw,
Yeah.
Wan-Bissaka, Tellez.
That doesn't
Ra
sound too bad.
Rashford and Cavani up front, and then Bruno, Pogba, and Van der Beek in the
Too
middle,
shabby. Yeah.
with Matic obviously rotating around if we need a bit more defence.
Very nice.
But it just puts so much like the only width really then comes from the right wing backs, and Wan-Bissaka is good in defence, but he's not very good at going forward.
Yeah, he's not the
So
greatest at going forward, to be honest.
yeah,
He doesn't really like to
basically whole
push.
attack comes through
He's got a
Tellez.
bit of speed, but whenever he does go forward, he's got sort of just ambles his
Mm,
way back into position, really, doesn't he?
yeah.
So it's an interesting one, really. I
Hmm.
don't know. We'll see
See what
how
happens
the
at
next
Christmas.
game week goes, I guess. We've got another week to go. England
We
versus
do.
Wales tonight. Actually, have we checked a lot? I've heard that there are plenty of new. Heard that Calvert-Lewin's getting his debut. I think Saka's getting his debut. Grealish getting his debut as well. Let's have a cheeky look at that to end ourselves off here, and we'll allow you to go and get your Pizza Express pizza.
Thank you very much.
Party time, lads, from a Mr. Thomas Hemming. What do we think about Arsenal signing them? We'll give Arsenal a tiny little preview as much as everyone absolutely loves Arsenal, eh?
Yeah, good signing, 50 mil, not bad.
The 50 mil for Pi.
Nice bit of business.
I think, I think he does fit straight into that Arsenal team. Do you take out Xhaka?
Yeah.
Do you take out... Who do you take out that midfield? Because Xhaka's actually been playing okay.
He's okay.
Xhaka's been doing well.
I still don't think... It probably doesn't start over
hit and
Partey,
miss,
though.
isn't he?
Yeah, Aubameyang as well. Like, he's playing so wide, he's not really scoring much at the moment.
He's playing very, very, very wide. All the Arsenal fans... I'm in a group chat back home, and all of the Arsenal fans going absolutely crazy. Absolutely. They all want... Like, a lot of people wanted Aouar from Lyon. That didn't get over.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
But It's Party Time has been all over my feed.
Yeah.
All over it. We see Pope starts tonight with Gomez, Cody and Keane at the back. So then 3 at the back. Trippier as well. Grealish gets a debut. Saka gets a debut. Calvert-Lewin gets a debut. I'm pretty sure Ings has played for England.
Yeah, he's playing up front.
Phillips as well. I'm guessing, is that Leeds Phillips? I'm assuming.
Calvin, yeah.
Calvin
and then
Phillips.
Harry Winks.
I don't know how I feel about Calvin Phillips. I think he's a bit hyped up. But we'll see. Yeah, thank you for joining me, Bell.
That's alright. Been good.
I've enjoyed this one. I hope. What do you think? A little preview next week. We'll do that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
All right. Thanks for joining me. I'll